What is a starseed? A seed from a star. Duh. So all jokes aside, what is a starseed? No doubt everybody's heard of the term starseed, and if you haven't, what are you doing? Do you live under a rock? Too scared to expand your own consciousness and awareness? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Moon Days with Michael. I'm your host, the Raw Channel Michael, and I am cutting out the esoteric middleman and giving you the tools you need to connect yourself right to the source. But really, as a spirit, you are not tied to Earth unless you're tied to Earth. We'll get to that in a moment. So as a spirit, you can live on different planets, star systems, in different universes and dimensions of reality that we can experience. So basically every fundamental aspect of space and physics. However, with that being said, again, what is a starseed? Because that's why you're watching this video after all, right? Right. So first things first, before I actually answer what a starseed is, you have to understand that a lot of people on Earth are not actually starseeds. Now, as we move forward in time on this linear path, more and more starseeds, or beings from other different galaxies, planets, stars, etc., are actually incarnating on Earth to help raise the vibration of the people on Earth. So with that being said, some people might be starseeds, other people, the majority of people at this point, are most likely not, and have really only ever had a lifetime here on Earth. So, what is a starseed? When you think of a starseed, you can think of an immigrant, because they are spirits coming from different planets, galaxies, star systems, maybe even different whole universes entirely, and incarnating here on Earth to help raise the vibration of Earth. So you can think of them like immigrants. So for example, if you were a child and you were born and raised in the United States, and you moved to Japan when you were, say, 11 or 12, there's going to be a culture gap, a culture shock, food, language, culture, everything's going to be different. And it's the same way for starseeds who are unfamiliar with Earth and the whole Earth process. So they may feel out of place, lost, out of touch, feeling like they don't fit in, feeling like they may never fit in. And this is a common side effect for most starseeds in general, and as actually one of the main reasons that people actually learn about starseeds in the first place, or in general, expanding their consciousness. So now that you know what a starseed is, I'm going to tell you how to know if you're a starseed. So there are a few ways to actually tell and find out if you are a starseed. First things first, and the most common thing people do is feeling like they're out of place, they don't belong, or that the Earth isn't meant for them, or they're not meant for the Earth. One of the two. The first step is simply the easiest, is to look at your natal chart. Look at your moon sign as well as any other planet. Now, the reason why I say moon sign versus any other planet is because the moon is the most important in this case. Because the moon is representing the astrological place that your spirit came from when you incarnated here on Earth. So, if your moon is in conjunction with Sirius, Arcturus, Polaris, or any other star, then this is telling us that your spirit was born from that planet, that star system. That's where you came from originally. First thing to do is actually look at your moon sign, look at the degree of your moon, and then looking and seeing if any stars conjunct your moon at the time of your birth. If your moon is conjuncting one of those star systems, or any other star system, then you could be a starseed from those stars. Now let's say your moon does not conjunct one of those stars, or any other star for that matter, right? What's the next step? If your moon doesn't conjunct any of those, it just means that you weren't born, or you didn't originate from those star systems. However, it doesn't mean that you're not a starseed. So if you've had a recent lifetime on a different star system, then some planet in your natal chart is going to represent that. So looking at the degrees of the different planets in your natal chart, and then actually looking to see if they conjunct any of the stars at the time that you were born, is going to tell you if you carry energy from another star system. You might not be from it because it doesn't conjunct your moon, but it doesn't mean that you haven't been there previously in a previous life. We know time is whack, so previous lifetimes are a thing. Now, if we've looked through the entire natal chart and we realize that there are no stars conjuncting our planets or our moon sign, then what do we do? Well, there's other ways. Meditation, intuition, and the Akashic records. These steps typically aren't as easy for most people. Some people might have an easy time with it, which is where you might need to go and actually pay someone to actually look into this for you. However, through meditation, you can either look at your past lives, look and see if you actually spent any time on a different star system, or you can even go to the Akashic records and look at your own record and see where you've been, what you've done. Be careful with that one because, one, not everybody's able to actually go to the Akashic records, and two, it's easy to get overwhelmed. Also, you might only get shown things that you're ready for. So, caveat. Now, intuition is one of those things that can be kind of tricky because some people might get caught up in the, oh, I want to be a this starseed or that starseed, or I want to be a Procyon starseed, right? And so they might go to Google, feel like they're a starseed, look at different traits of different starseeds and be like, I'm that one. Don't do that. Don't be like a social astrologist. Don't do stuff like that. It's not beneficial to you or to anybody else. You can do things like intuitive Googling, seeing what resonates with you, and that might help guide you in the right direction to the point where you can actually really figure out if you are a starseed and which star system you carry a lot of energy from. So, what is a starseed? Now you know. A seed from a star, which isn't too far off, because if the star is the flower, then you're a seed from that flower. You carry a little bit of energy from that star, you come here onto Earth, and you actually start sharing that energy with the people around you. Now, if you do actually want to look at some different starseeds, you can check out our videos on the Procyon starseeds, the Polarian starseeds, Draco constellation, the Orion constellation, and we're getting around to doing even more starseeds. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell, and make sure that you're up to date with all the videos that we're posting. And until next time, fly high, y'all.